For your quiz today, I just thought I'd take you to the PowerSchool Learning page. Do you see under the notes section there's area formulas? Feel free to use those on the quiz, and it also has some notes and some examples of other ones that you can look at, but here are the area formulas. Feel free to copy those down, use them. We haven't done those two bottom ones, the circle and the sector of a circle yet, but the rest of those formulas are good for you to use. So this first shape being a parallelogram, I know I want to do area equals base times height. I threw in a bunch of extra numbers just to make sure you actually know where the base and the height are. And so for the base, should I just use the 12 or should I use this whole thing? And the answer is just the 12 is the base. So the base of the parallelogram is actually one of the sides of the parallelogram. And then the height. Heights are not slanty like the 7 right here. So the height is the 6. So the area of this first one is 72, and it doesn't have labels, so I can just say square units. All right, here we have a triangle, and we're just going to find that dark blue triangle. 1/2 base times height. And for the base, again, should I use just the 6 or should I use this entire 10.5? What's the story? And the answer again is just using the 6. That's the base. One of the side lengths is going to be the base. So we've got 1/2 base. And where's the height? Are heights slanty? No, they come straight down like you're dropping a watermelon off the top of a mountain. So the height here is that 4. So 1/2 times 6 times 4, 12 square units. And the last one is a trapezoid. 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. 1/2, because we're actually taking the average of those two bases. So the 15 and the 5 in whatever order, times the height. And which one is the height? Again, watermelon dropping. If you're dropping straight down, it would be that 7. So I've got 1/2 times 20 times 7. Half of 20 would be 10, and 10 times 7, 70 square units. Okay. All right, we have a rhombus, but I don't see a height that's labeled there, right? So I'm not going to do base times height. I think I'll have to do 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So that would be 1/2. This diagonal would be 7 plus 7. This diagonal 4 plus 4. And that comes out to 56 square units. This is looking like a kite. So nice that we can use the same formula. And the diagonals this time are 4 across and up and down 6. So the area here would be 1/2 times 4 times 6. 12 square units. And we've got our regular polygon, 1/2 apothem times perimeter. And the apothem is labeled as 4.33. And the perimeter all the way around, that would be 6, 5, so 30 would be the perimeter of that shape. That comes out to 64.95 square units. So 2 questions that stumped a lot of people in yesterday's assignment were the compound area ones. So I wanted to do these for you. Right here, this first shape over here, I recognize that as a trapezoid. And so I'm going to use the trapezoid area formula, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. And so the area of that trapezoid, 1/2, 12 plus 16. And then the height isn't labeled, but you'll see that it's labeled over here. So that height right here would also be 8.7. and that comes out to 121.8. All right, so then the second shape, being this regular hexagon, regular polygons have the area formula 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So the area of that is 1/2 the apothem is this 8.7. And the perimeter, the total distance all the way around, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6 times is 60. And that comes out to 261. And so the area of the entire shape combined would just be that area plus that area. So if you add those two together, we get 382.8 square inches. All right, this one has a few little tricks. The first one is that top rhombus, the side lengths are all 15. So that means that the square, see all those ticks, is 15 all the way around. And one way of looking at this is to look at this bottom shape all as one and to do a trapezoid area formula. It's not the way I saw it first. The way I did it first is I did a square plus a triangle. So I think that's the way I'll do it for you right now too. So let's start with that rhombus on the top. So rhombus on the top. I don't know how tall it is, so I can't just use base times height because they didn't give me the height. So I'm going to have to use that diagonal formula, right? And that goes 1/2 the length of the first diagonal times the length of the second diagonal. And so 12 plus 12 would be 24. 9 plus 9, 18. Great. So we have 216. Now I'll switch to the square. That one's pretty easy, just a 15 by 15 square, so base times height, 15 times 15, 225, yeah? Yeah. And then if you did do that triangle separately, one little catch is we have to figure out how big the base is right here. So if the whole thing is 40 meters and this little chunk is 15, how much is left for right here? I think that's 25, yeah? 25 plus 15 is 40. So my triangle is actually a 25 base and a 15 height with a nice right angle. 1/2 base times height for a triangle. One half times 25 times 15, 187.5. And so the area of the total shape is all of those added together. I'm getting 628.5. 628.5 square meters.